This is a wonderful beet, very delicious food. It's really delicious when you bake them. I'm going to show you how I use it raw. There's different ways. One way I use the beet raw, I just slice it thinly and make kind of chips, you know, only because it reminds me of the shape of chips. And with a nice salsa that you make yourself, for example, you can dip it and eat it just like that. Wonderful, wonderful food. Today, I'm going to just cut it up, and you're going to see the beautiful, vibrant color. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. It's amazing, you know, the design. So what I'm going to do, let's rinse it real quick, because I don't mind the skin at all. Be careful not to wear anything white, because this is a natural dye. I mean, you know, look, already it dyes my, look on the knife. It's really intense. So this is what I do. I just slice it up like that. You can determine your own thickness or whatever, how, you know, depends how good you are with cutting with your knife. Have a sharp knife in the kitchen always. This is what I do. Let me cut here a few slices. It's going to be enough, I think, for my salad. And I'm just going to do first like a julienne, you know what I mean? Like little stripes. And then actually I'm going to do very small little cubes with this. And I'm going to add it to my salad. It adds a distinct flavor. You may not like beet, then just leave out the ingredient. Or maybe you may like it not raw, but you may like it cooked. You may like the beet. I would recommend that you bake it. Bake it, and the sweetness of it will just even enhance when you bake it. It's a wonderful, wonderful dish. Very good for your kidneys, for your liver. Those organs will be thankful to you if you give it some beet. You know, actually the rule, people ask sometimes in conversation, they ask me, what do you eat, what do you do? Or they sometimes, you know how people can become paranoid about what to eat, what not to eat. Again, I would say, do not listen to the industry. Don't listen or be influenced to what the packages say. You know, don't do that. Get your information from a reliable website, from a doctor, a nutritionist that really educates you about what food does or not does, and then experiment with yourself and see how things affect you and how the foods affect you and make you feel. You know, so people ask, what is it that you do? I have a very simple rule. It sounds maybe very simplistic, but at least when you have something simple, you can build up on it. So this is what I do. My rule is, my question is this: did God make the food, or did mankind make the food, so to speak? Very simple question. It could be very simple, really. I think God made this, the broccoli, all of these ingredients. He made it for us to grow, or even to find in certain instances, you know what I mean? And just partake of it and eat. Like I said, the body knows exactly what to do with it. The other rule for me is, I enjoy being with people, with friends. Am I afraid of eating certain things? No, obviously. If I had a condition that I really have to be careful, of course, I wouldn't have a problem telling somebody, you know, I really cannot eat this at this time, or this doesn't make me feel so good. There's no problem. I think everybody, all your friends would understand with that. But otherwise, my rule is the 90-10 rule, which I learned also at this school, actually. I heard it there, but I really can identify with that, and I can actually pull through and follow through with that rule. I can live it out. It's the 90-10. 90% of the time, or 90% of the time that I eat what I know is good for me. 10% of the time, I eat really whatever I want. So you'll see me eat an ice cream, chocolates, some candy, stuff that we all like here and there, you know what I mean? If I'm invited somewhere, usually I don't, personally, let's say I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork. I don't buy pork. Never bought pork in my life. Will I eat pork? You know, I can do it. If I go somewhere and somebody invites me, they serve pork. Listen, I know somebody, I'm not going to say the name. When they make their pork, they'll make a vegetarian or even a vegan eat it because it's so delicious. It's so good. So, you know, this is my personal philosophy, and I look at always how it is, what context does this happen? You know, it's very healthy to be with friends and family that you have good relationships with. It's very healthy to nurture those relationships, and you do that often around the table when you eat things and you enjoy the same things and you have a great time. You know, if it was the fact that I would have to get up in the middle of the night and have my piece of pork or my piece of ice cream, that doesn't sound so good, right? That's more like an issue. I would have an issue. But in the context of family and friends, celebration, and you partake and you enjoy something, fine. You may have other convictions. You may really be, let's say, like you're a vegan. Real vegans, they have certain convictions where they even wouldn't carry anything from an animal product. Well, that's respectable. You eat that, but a true vegan is a true vegan. You know what I mean? By the way, there are some vegan dishes that are, I mean, I like them. Delicious, delicious, delicious stuff that they can make just from plant-based food. Okay, I'm making the salad with these wonderful ingredients here. I personally like to use romaine lettuce because of its crunchiness. Can you hear that? So I just break it with my hands. Actually, you know what? Let me get the knife out because here it gets a little harder. So let me use some part of it. I don't have to use the whole thing. I love arugula. Who doesn't love arugula? Arugula is this peppery. I could eat this just like that. Just like that. Some lemon juice maybe, some olive oil, that's it. So I like to add that to my salad. It's like a yellow leaf. Remove that. And here I have just a spring mix. This is a wonderful organic salads that you can buy in the store nowadays. It's a blessing. You can have that. Here it is. So these are my leaves. Okay, these are my leaves. Here I have kale that I chopped up really fine. The reason why I chop it fine because it's like it has a toughness to it. It's a tough green, or collard greens as well. Same thing. But so in order to have these greens as much as I can in a raw form, I love to cook with them. But you get the best nutrition from raw foods. It really is so. It's alive, and that life that is in there, the nutrition transfers to your body. That's the way it is. And like I said earlier, and I'm maybe repetitious, but the body knows exactly what to do with these fresh ingredients. What am I going to throw in there? There I have a handful of kale. This is a good way to introduce some of these quote-unquote difficult vegetables to your family members, okay? Because it kind of disappears in all the rest of the goodness. And I'm going to show you how I jack up the salads. They're irresistible. I have to tell you, I'm not trying to boast, but nobody ever did not like my salad. My salads are always delicious. There you go. Here's the kale. I have here the sweet peppers in with those. I have the red onions, just goes in. These are all the things that I mix up, okay? And other things I place on top of the salad just for the fun, for the eye, okay? Making it pleasing to the eye as well. The avocado I'll leave for later. I'm gonna place the avocado on top of the salad on my dish. What else do I have here? I have cubed the beets. This is a raw beet. It's another way of introducing a very healthy food to your family. A healthy, maybe let's say difficult food for some. So just put a little bit of that. Okay, I have cut up some cucumber here. Cucumber is easy for most. There you go. And yeah, I have here some of the tomatoes. Some of them I want to leave because of their beauty. Look at this, how ornamental. See that? Look, we're going to leave this and these for just place on top of the individual dish. But I'm going to throw in the rest of the tomatoes in here. These are even a green tomato, but they're all sweet. There's a yellow one. Isn't that awesome? Going to leave these for decoration. There you go. The raw mushrooms are very medicinal. They're delicious. There you go. There you go. And now what? What are you going to do? Let me tell you what I like to do with the salad. These are my favorite. I have to tell you, this is my favorite herb. Herbe de Provence in French. Provençal. Provence is a southern area of France. It's also called the Camargue is there, Camargue. They're very well known for their lavender that they have there. And Herbe de Provence actually has lavender in here. And let me see, if I take off my glasses, I can read what's in here. It has organic basil, thyme, lavender, and fennel, delicious. The fennel is that freshness. That's what it consists of, and it's a wonderful fragrance. It adds to the salad. So I'm going to throw some of that here in the salad. I cannot tell you how much. You see how much I put in there. I obviously like it. If you like less of this, put less. You know, I love ginger, the freshness of it. It wakes you up. Here, not going to overdo with the ginger, but you know, this is a nice bowl of salad. I can put some in there. Even though I prefer the fresh mint, I also like what the dried mint does. It smells nice. It smells like a mint tea, really. I just add a little bit of that. I don't want it to be too minty. Okay. I love to add garlic powder. Okay, just any kind. There's the garlic powder. This is how I do the salad. Instead of, I very, very, very much discourage you to use dressings. Get off those dressings. They have all kinds of stuff. Read the labels. Understand what is in there. What the industry puts in there to make it taste good to you. They also make it look good to you. Don't be fooled by the labels, by the pictures. Don't be fooled by that. But go by what the actual label says, okay? So instead of buying these commercial dressings, this is what I do. I add the spices to the salad itself. I like also to use some onion powder. Okay. Of course, my black pepper. There you go. A pinch of salt. You can actually leave out the salt too. Really not a big deal. And now, this is ready to be stirred, but what's missing? We're missing some of the most wonderful thing that has ever been invented, the lemon. I love lemon. I could eat this like an apple. I'm not going to do it because you're going to think I'm a freak, but in a way I am. So, but lemon, try to just do that in the morning, for example. Cut up a lemon, smell it, and tell me you don't feel awake after you did that. You can squeeze just this in a room temperature glass of water. Do that for a while, or do that every day. It alkalizes your body. It cleanses you. It's a tonic to your inner organs. It wakes you up. It gives you real energy. It's amazing. It lifts your mood. It really does. You know, I don't want to sound woo out there, but it really does. These foods are here for a purpose, and we often miss their purpose because we're so distracted and fooled by the industry that sells us stuff that we would like to have, but in reality, they don't deliver what it is that they promise. This does deliver. This is what I do. I just squeeze the lemon, the juice of this lemon into the salad. And like I said, even just the smell of it, the fragrance of the fresh fragrance of a lemon is just wonderful. Okay. Now this is what I used in the salad. Of course, you can use all kinds of ingredients. A salad, what defines a salad to me is it has to have some leaves and it has to be fresh ingredients, raw. You could add some nuts in there. Oh, you know what I have? I almost forgot. I like to add in the salad chia seeds. It's a good omega-3, okay? Omega-3, very important. I'm just sprinkling. It doesn't alter or change the taste. It adds a nice, what do you call it, something for the eye. Okay, some people, when they see seedy things, they don't like it so much, but you know what? Very healthy ingredient. Doesn't change the taste, I said. In contact with liquid, it kind of gels after a while, this thing, these chia seeds. And I'm sure you've heard of chia seeds. It's just a wonderful addition that you can put. This is really all I use. What you can add to this is also some balsamic vinegar and of course olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I think the best use of olive oil is raw. That's its best use. It's the best. I drizzle some of it here. This is a nice big bowl, so it drizzles nice and slow, and so that's nice. And all I'm going to do is stir this, and it'll be ready. Okay. All the wonderful colors. That's another thing with color. You know, I'm sure you've heard that, and I heard it in the school, in the nutrition school that I'm in. Eat the rainbow. Maybe you've used that for your children, but it's so true. Eat the rainbow. Go shop by colors. Do that for yourself. Instead of shopping by, you know, any other criteria, shop by colors. I need something orange, something yellow, something white, something dark green, something light green, purple, something black. There's the whole color spectrum is out there in the vegetables, in the vegetable world. Have some of all during the week, you know what I mean? Look at this nice salad. Look at this wonderful salad. Okay? I'm gonna take here a nice red, vibrant plate. Let me move some of the stuff to the side here. I'm gonna plate it right here. This to me is a full meal. Of course, you know, a lot of the comments that I get from friends and family they try to be funny, and I think it is funny, and they shouldn't stop doing that because that's who they are. They always comment, so where is the meat? This looks horrible. Where is the meat? Mostly guys, because I think guys feel more manly if their dish has a piece of meat on it, and that's totally understandable. That's totally valid point, because maybe they do need a piece of meat for their optimal health. Maybe they have, you know, rough jobs, and they do need that calorie intake. So you have a salad, you have a piece of meat with a wonderful salad like that. I mean, it's delicious. Now let me take here the tomatoes that I told you about. Let me garnish it, just to let them stand out. I can put it here on top like that, and I'm gonna take a piece of avocado, or actually 2 pieces. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, this is a nice generous portion of salad. Of course, you can make a smaller one, but to me, this would be a full meal in terms like maybe a lunch. You can eat and eat and eat like that. It's low in calorie. You get a lot of the phytonutrients. You get a lot of the vitamins and minerals from these dark leafy greens like kale. You can cut up broccoli raw. Really, really chop. You know how the broccoli disintegrates in all these, almost like grains when you cut up the florets really thin. Add that in the salad. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. You can do whatever you want as long as it's fresh and green. Don't mess up the goodness and the freshness and the vitality of these foods with commercial dressings and all of that stuff. Find this alternative. Try this out. Try this out with lemon, with fresh lemon and just some olive oil. Add maybe a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Try it out if you never have, and let me know what you think. Again, go to my website, www.healthymakessense, all one word, healthymakessense.com. You can click on contact, you can click on recipes, you see some of the recipes, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. My approach to health is really holistic. I try to be simple. I try to be go back to the simplicity of the truth of the matter, which to me is like very simple, really. Whatever the earth has for us, that's healthy for us. The body knows exactly what to do once this food goes down. You know, the body has to deal with whatever you put in it. Whatever you put in it, it has to deal with it. Whether it's artificial things or whether it's unhealthy things or healthy things, you know, it really has to deal with it. It assimilates. The body is there to assimilate and sends it out to all the places that it needs to, all the way to the skin, into the organs. Don't you want your body to function in its as perfectly as possible? It's designed to do so. So I find it very important for me, for you, to grow in our understanding what it is that we actually put in our body and what happens when we put it in our body. You will see a difference. Try to incorporate one fresh ingredient every day and see what happens. Drink lots of water, adequate amount of water, I should say, not just unending amount of water. Drink water regularly. Start your day with lemon, fresh lemon in water. See what happens after 1 week, after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks that you do that. Do that and you'll see. And again, let me know your feedback on www.healthymakessense.com. Click on contact and I hope to hear from you.